Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Nanice El-Gammal and this is your Astro Tarot reading for the full moon in Pisces happening on Wednesday, September the 2nd, 2020 at 7:21 a.m. Cairo, Egypt time. So a full moon is an accumulation point. It is the harvest point. So there was a seed that was planted about 2 weeks ago during the time of the new moon, and now which was in Leo, and now it is coming into culmination. The fruit, it has already ripened and is ready to fall off from the branch. That is what a full moon signifies. So what that means for you depends on your own unique natal chart. So if you'd like to know what this full moon means for you personally, please email me for a reading. So this full moon in Pisces is together in the sky with Neptune, and it's opposing Mercury in Virgo, the Sun and Mercury in Virgo. So this gives me a feeling of dreaminess. Things are unclear. There's a fog covering everything. We feel like we've been knocked out of our status quo so far in 2020, and we've been placed in a dream world full of uncertainties. I read people's comments on social media or their statuses, and I've read the comments so many times. It feels like I woke up and I'm in a movie, or this is like a nightmare, or like or dream situation. So there's this kind of like we're in a very vulnerable position right now. So this full moon is going to highlight this emotional vulnerability and our confusion and disruption of our daily life. There could be some confusion in the city as well, and generally the feeling of being sensitive and being open and compassionate, while at the same time themes of having unclear boundaries could also be present during this time. So during the time of this full moon, a couple of other major things are happening. Venus is about to oppose Saturn. So this tells me that there's going to be some kind of challenge or confrontational situation to do with Venus topics such as love, relationships, art, beauty, diplomacy, money, women, children, pleasant and pleasing things in general. And in the sign of Cancer, this tells me that it can do with topics of the family, homeland, domestic security, and the home. And it can also be about mothers and caregivers. So these topics are going to be confronting Saturn, which is heaviness, seriousness, disciplinarian, teachers, CEOs, depression and melancholy, old age, alienation, concentration, concretization, and hardening, and coldness. And there was a recent square to Mars from Saturn, which is still in effect, which highlights, along with the topics I just listed, frustration, I think I already said that though, fire, heat, grit, and determination and willpower. These things are going to be in the mix as well. So Saturn in the sign of Capricorn tells me these topics, such as like the hardening and disciplinarian and the frustration, could be playing out in the realm of the material system and the existing status quo and cultures, and against the head of the corporation or the head of the company. So an example of this whole situation could be mothers with school children and having like a confrontational situation with the school because of starting their year in such an unclear scenario. And methods such as homeschooling could be creating frustrations, or it could be creating a kind of dissolving of the boundaries of the school coming into the home, and the dissolving of the roles of mothers having to take on this disciplinarian teacher role more regularly. This is an example of how this astrology is manifesting. And another way this astrology is manifesting, I somehow feel like there's a lot of topics about the elderly and their health, and how their health is at stake because of feeling of alienation and not being able to come in contact, into physical close contact with their family members. I mean, this is not, that's not new, but the school thing is like the beginning of the school year. So I think this is kind of taking on a higher volume at the current time. And soon after this opposition between Venus and Saturn happens, Mercury sextiles Venus, and then it trines Saturn. So what this means is this is a positive, harmonious event, I believe, and it takes place as a sort of solution, or there's some sort of a compromise that allows a harmonious kind of situation to occur. So things will work out despite this tension, and that the communications between the opposite sides, so of the Venus side and of the Saturn side, it turns out kind of harmonious, productive ways are shown, and there's organization and hard effort involved in that as well. So overall, I feel this is a positive, there's a nice touch to the confusing and kind of emotionally touchy and sensitive time. There is something practical that comes into being. So I'm excited about that. And yes, we are 3/4 of the way through 2020 now. And around this time, there's a lot of planets that are going to change directions, and there's planets that are going to change signs soon. So this tells me that whatever's happening during this time and whatever culminates during this full moon, this will be a pivotal point for the rest of the year, moving towards the autumn equinox, which is coming up soon. So this is the astrology portion of this reading. Now I'm gonna pick a card. I'm gonna pick a card for the collective. So I got the Prince of Wands for this full moon in Pisces, and this tells me that we are coming out of the Leo new moon. You can see the line here, and we're coming forward with open hearts, open arms towards this uncertain future, but we have this feeling in our hearts that the darkness of the past is we're going to leave that behind us. We're moving on towards a different age where we feel that our heart is going to be more recognized, that compassion is going to be more valuable. These are the hopes that are keeping us charging forth with courage. So we're gonna see some sort of sign that we are on the right path despite the challenges that we're facing. So I feel this is a really hopeful card, and I feel it's inspirational, and that whatever was planted during the Leo new moon a couple of weeks ago is not it's not wasted, that our efforts are starting to show just a little bit, even if it's just a feeling in the heart. And at the bottom of the deck, I got the 10 of Cups, satiety. So our emotional needs, our emotional desire to connect with others, to share in a meaningful way, we're gonna have chances to do that during this time of the full moon, and to celebrate this full moon with those that matter to you. So that's all I have for today. If you like this reading, please click like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to have a private reading with me, please email me. And if you like this video, please consider donating to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a very blessed full moon in Pisces, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye.